Grab it up, grab it up, grab it up. It is Tuesday, July 23rd, 8:51 p.m. We're somewhat getting back into a normal schedule now.
Sorry for the wait.
We missed last week for some odd reason. I feel like I'm sitting very low.
You were working.
That's what it was, yeah, because I got called into work and I wasn't supposed to.
Hey, I feel like Jack's been missing more than all of us nowadays.
Yeah.
He's sick, vacation.
Put my phone on Do Not Disturb. We can't have none of this. But, yeah, hold on. Get back. There we go. Sorry, my bad. Anyways, we're back. And I know last episode we kind of talked a little bit about some schedules.
Mm-hmm.
I have two that I want to talk about with Texas and Oklahoma, the new SEC teams. Did we talk about? We didn't talk about them, did we?
Not really.
No. So let's go ahead. I got this pulled up with Texas schedule.
Okay.
First week, Colorado State.
Should be a dub.
They're at Michigan, September 7th. Then it's at home versus UTSA and Louisiana Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're also home, I guess 3 in a row, my bad, against Mississippi State. Then they're neutral against Oklahoma, Georgia, at Vanderbilt, Florida, at Arkansas, versus Kentucky at A&M. I'm seeing...
Not the most difficult schedule in the world.
No. Let me talk about some trap games that I think is a trap game. I think Florida at the Swamp could be a trap game, which that could be another conversation that I'd like to have here, maybe towards after this. But I think a trap game against Florida, and I think depending on how Kentucky's season goes, I think that could be a good game, November 23rd. Personally.
I think Kentucky's a trap game with their new quarterback, Vandergriff, from transfer from Georgia, and how they were not amazing last year, but they're decent. And I think
if they had a different offense, they would have been a lot better. Because they ran kind of the pro-style offense with Levis.
Yeah, ran the ball a lot of just grind the ball until it opens up the pass.
Exactly.
Which hurt Kentucky a lot.
Oh, 100%.
Because they would run, but they couldn't score.
Exactly.
And their defense was all right, but couldn't, hold on. I mean, they played a good game against Georgia last year.
Great game.
You can only tote the rock for so long.
But I think Vandergrift's going to maybe add a question mark to teams because no one's really seen his film besides when Georgia's up 40.
Or practice.
But we're talking about practice. I mean,
We talking about practice.
That had to come in the play.
Talking about practice.
But yeah, that's definitely a trap game. Is it at Kentucky?
It's at Texas.
Yeah, depending on the atmosphere.
Could be an interesting game.
Yeah.
I think Michigan. I think that's a loss. At Michigan, I think that's a loss.
You think Michigan, after everybody they lost, head coach?
I think it's Personally, I think it's gonna be a loss.
Could possibly. And Florida's always up in the air.
Exactly.
You don't know what type of Florida team you're gonna get. Is it at Florida?
Yeah, it's at Florida. At least from what my sources say. This could be wrong.
Florida at home plays so different. I mean, every team plays different at home. Don't get me wrong.
100%.
But Florida, with Billy Napier, plays a little bit different. And when the game's high, they play better.
At home, it's a big example is right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tennessee always plays better at home.
Yep.
But Florida, they're not good at all. But when they play at home, they're like...
Dude, they could lose every away game.
Yeah, which they probably will.
And then win most of their homes.
Yeah. And then, with it being their Super Bowl as well, as Quinn Ewers would say, everybody's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Florida at home, possibly a night game at the Swamp.
Could be
a trap game.
Could be a rank game.
Could be a rank. You're saying it could be a rank game?
I mean, Florida the first couple weeks, they could win. They
go 4-0 into that, yeah.
I mean, Vegas says their over/under is 4.5, which Arkansas's over/under is also 4.5.
Yeah, which is actually surprisingly 2 entirely different teams too.
Yeah. So depending on how those over/unders go, we could have some job openings as well. But I think Texas is a 9-10 win team this year.
Oh, 100%. I think.
No.
I think
for sure.
I'm looking at these games. The only games I'm seeing that Georgia, that's going to be a good game. It's at home.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a test for honestly both teams middle of the year. Then you got Oklahoma's always going to be a good game. Besides that, A&M, they're renewing a rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
It's at College Station too.
CT or CS.
So that place is going to be bumping. But honestly do. Georgia at home, I could see them taking that one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also Kirby Smart we're talking about. On the road as well. SEC. On the road's tough.
What's their string of SEC games? If they have it go through a gauntlet, or do they get kind of like a good spread out of teams?
No, they got, and I didn't put the bye weeks in here, so that's on me. But start of the season, it's Mississippi State.
Okay, season
This
opener.
is beginning. Yeah, this is SEC opener. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma, Georgia, Vandy, Florida, Arkansas, Kentucky, A&M.
It's spread. The love is spread. You know.
Yeah.
It's not like you got to play.
It's pushed.
Yeah, it's not like you play A&M, Oklahoma, Georgia in a row.
But like I said, if that Kentucky team's better than we think, those 2 games at the end of the year could be tough.
How many people are in the SEC this year?
14?
Yeah, we go. We got LSU,
14?
Tennessee, Arkansas, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, A&M, Texas, Oklahoma, Alabama, Vanderbilt, Kentucky,
I'm not going to lie.
South Carolina.
Yep.
Did I say Florida?
Yeah, Mizzou. I think. Did we miss? I mean,
A&M.
we already said A&M.
Alabama, Vandy. So let's just go from last year. So the West was Alabama, Ole Miss, LSU, Mississippi State, A&M,
Arkansas.
That's
Okay.
6. Then you add
Oklahoma, Texas.
That's 8. Then you add the East was Tennessee, South Carolina, Florida, Mizzou, Vandy, Georgia, Florida.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right, but like I said, I'm kind of...
So that's 14.
Yeah, 14.
And there's no divisions this year.
No.
You said Kentucky?
Yeah. That's.
And so it's just one big division now?
Yeah, it's one big division.
Top two.
So that's the thing is, like, the top 4 could be all 7-1 because of these schedulings now. It's going to be a year there's 4 teams that are 7-1. It's going to go to
100%.
tiebreakers.
But heck, nowadays the division is so big that you could play a season with just playing SEC.
Yeah. Could. But then there'd be some teams that are like screwed. Like Vandy would always.
Would be, yeah.
They'd have a new coach every year, so you have to give like.
Heck, when they play other teams, they only win 2 games.
Yeah,
That's valid.
Yeah,
That's
valid. You're not wrong. I want Vandy to be good.
Man, I love Trey Herndon.
Oh yeah, he went to Vandy, didn't he?
He
Yeah.
went to Vandy. He's in the Pro Ball right now.
Yeah.
But
Vandy's trash.
We got
some ball sweat, but.
We got a kid from Macaulay who's committed there. He's a 4-star named Carson Lawrence. The kid's a baller. I don't know. He's committed to Vanderbilt. He's riding through it. But he's got other offers. He's
He's screaming anchor down.
He's got other offers.
I tell him pull out and go like Kennesaw State.
So
Nah, he's good. But
So
I think they're trying to build something at Vanderbilt.
So when it comes to Texas, they're gonna win all their non-conference games. The only one to throw up is Michigan.
Yeah. If we're unless General Booty comes out there.
General Booty.
Where's he at?
He's at Louisiana Monroe now.
Yeah, I don't think General Booty's gonna come out there, and
He didn't get to play at Oklahoma because of Dylan Gabriel.
now it's Jackson Arnold.
Which, funny enough, I got something we can talk about there when we get to that. But
You know General Booty.
I like General Booty.
Here, let me tell you a little bit backstory about Booty from my personal life. I never met the Booty family.
Yeah, I've never met the Booty.
That's actually they're actually so. When I moved to Louisiana back in middle school, I went to a school called Evangel, and their father played at Evangel, David Booty.
Okay.
And he played at LSU.
All right.
And a lot of LSU fans, and I thought myself, he would follow his father's footsteps.
Gotcha.
And
So
go
there's a little resentment behind General Booty.
Yeah, he's from Texas, but David Booty's from Shreveport, Louisiana, born and raised Louisiana boy. But then I don't know if he played.
You got Texas right there though. It's
Yeah,
like
they moved to
2
Texas.
3 hours.
Moved to Texas. He was a good quarterback at LSU. Booty was back in a long time ago. I think we were 90s. But we thought General was going to go to LSU and didn't. Went to Oklahoma, which is shocking. But then now he's at ULM.
Yep.
Which went back to Louisiana, which is cool.
I guess, yeah.
Round circle. Went back to home,
it is,
but not the home we thought everybody was going to go
Yeah.
to.
So, little resentment behind him.
Yeah.
He's not coming back to the boot, but he's made his way.
He made his way.
Does that give like brownie points that he came back or no?
I
Like,
wish
are you looking at
when he was in the
Louisiana
transfer
Monroe?
portal, I wanted him to go to LSU.
Gotcha.
Just because,
Just so you could get a booty jersey, or is it
yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, his dad played at
What that booty
LSU,
do?
and his dad was good at LSU.
Yeah.
Didn't win no natty or nothing, but he was solid.
Yeah.
And
Good player.
and his dad's known in northern Louisiana as a good football player. I mean, he went to Evangel, and Evangel's not like they're an Allen type program,
Pretty good eating crawfish.
but Evangel High School has like 5 players in the pros right now. They won a national championship in high school in 1999. They're not a bad program for
Yeah.
a high school program,
Gotcha.
but it is what it is.
Yeah.
No hate towards them,
No.
but you would think it's like Arch Manning. Y'all probably
You would
thought
think-
yeah.
I
his
thought-
his two routes are either Ole Miss or
That's what I
Tennessee,
thought.
and he went to
He went to
Texas.
He went to Texas.
He went to Texas.
And he lived in Louisiana.
I still think
like
the NCAA commercial when he was
Oh, with
talking
him
about
and
he was wearing the
Eli?
shoulder pads playing the video games.
He got paid
for
such a bag.
for 2 years, I'm
Such
not
a
going to
bag.
be in the
For him,
game.
for
But
a
then
second string.
a month before the game comes out, I'm in the game. I mean, like,
87 overall too, or is it 85? Something like that.
As a not a starter.
Yeah, backup.
it's definitely the name.
Oh, 100%.
But
Which, sorry. No, my bad. I'll let you finish.
no, I'm
And then-
finished.
But that's what we can transition to that into the Texas key players.
Yeah,
Because I mean, a couple guys on here that
Isaiah Bond,
Isaiah Bond's one.
Ewers, obviously.
Ewers is
Yeah.
Ethan Burke,
hmm
Trey Moore, who is a transfer from UTSA.
Yeah, he was a big one in the transfer
led
portal.
the AAC in the
hmm
well, he's defensive player of the year in the AAC.
Yeah.
But anyways, and then you got freshman Ryan Wingo. These are just some names that I found. Like I said, I'm not a huge Texas fan. It's hard to keep up with all the
Yeah.
teams, and then But anyways, there's some guys to watch for. Quinn got hurt last year.
hmm
What's the backup quarterback? He left. I think he went
It
to-
was Malik Murphy. He's at Duke now.
exactly.
Yeah,
If Quinn goes down again, hypotheticals here.
Arch.
Do you think Arch? I mean, like I said, Manning name.
hmm
Do you think Arch can easily step up
And play well.
and play well?
I've never seen him play. Besides when they're
Besides
up 40.
the spring game.
Yeah, it's when they're up
Besides
40.
high school.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the only thing I've ever seen him play is high school highlights.
And no like hate to Newman as a high school. They're also one of those Louisiana schools that are good.
Didn't Odell go there?
Yes, he did.
did he actually? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Odell, Eli, all the Mannings was
All the Mannings
Newman
were there, Odell was
and
So
Because
Odell
when
was
they did
a
the camp,
private-
when they did the
Odell was
the
a private
camp
school.
at there, and the Mannings were there, and then
Yeah.
Odell came to help.
Yeah.
What?
it's a big. It's Newman is a big time high school program, but like how Tennessee went to the whole private school thing. In football, like private schools play private schools. You
Yeah.
could schedule a public school, but with the games that matter are your private school games, and public school vice versa. They play public schools because of the recruiting thing. Louisiana was a little behind on that.
Yeah.
They didn't start doing that till we graduated high school. Because when I was in high school, Evangel's a private school, but they still played in a public school district, played state for public school, when they won the state championship when I was in high school 2018. They played a public school. They're behind in that philosophy of what
Yeah.
Tennessee is doing. I think other states are kind of
Georgia's the same way though. Georgia,
Yeah.
they play public.
Oh, sure.
Kentucky, I think, is the same way because we're getting off a tangent here. I found this out though. The state of Kentucky has March Madness trademark, so every time NCAA wants to use March Madness, they have to pay the state of Kentucky.
Mhm.
And there's no divisions in high school basketball in Kentucky; they're all one. Which
I didn't know that.
found that out, which is cool. So they all play in the March Madness tournament, which
So
I don't
1As
know
are
how-
playing 5As? Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, it's insane, dude. I don't know how
Talk
the
about a
rankings.
Cinderella
I don't know
run.
how the rankings go,
hmm
but yeah. So that's it's not. I think Tennessee, Arizona's the same way. I don't think, from what I've heard, I think they're public and private. I think Tennessee is the only state that I know that has
Yeah.
public and private.
Louisiana
separate.
does it now too. But as
Well,
a,
yeah.
But then
obviously.
you have in Tennessee you have like the semi-privates, like
Yeah.
like Farragut
Mhm.
and all them.
Yeah, they're
Farragut's a different story.
Yeah.
But
There's those people that if you're in the zone, you go for free, but you can pay to go there.
oh,
Yeah.
100%.
But basically, as I was saying to Arch's playing that we've seen, spring game, up 40, down 40 type games he's been in. In Louisiana, he did play lesser competition. due to the fact that they play all private schools now.
Yeah.
And it's all about how big your private school is. Not saying Noonan. I mean, Noonan could probably dog walk some private schools up here. Don't get me wrong.
100%.
But some of the teams you can like look at the games I've watched. Some of those guys are real small that they're playing against, like real small kids.
I mean, Arch was
100%.
9-day difference taller than a lot of those
Yeah.
guys.
When's the last time you watched a high school football game? You watched only last year?
I watched a lot of them last year. Let me tell you, there were some dogs on Macaulay's team, but I also felt like maybe it's just me getting older too. But like a kid looks like a kid.
Mm-hmm.
No,
They might be big, but
I
they
went
still-
and watched East Hamilton last year, and I sat there, and I was a skill player. I played wide receivers, quarterback when needed. I
When
could have
needed?
played. Yes.
How down bad were y'all?
No, I was a
I'm
backup.
kidding.
They also ran the Navy offense.
I'm kidding. Anyways,
I was a backup,
Mhm.
but I started at wide receiver.
gotcha.
But the thing is, if I walked on the field right now, I could go play D line, offensive line because
Bigger.
No, the thing is, I'm 6'2", almost
Mhm.
6'3", 200 pounds.
Yeah.
There's dudes on the offensive line that are like 210.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I could go start playing, and I was a little guy
Yeah.
on my team, and
Yeah.
I was at 200 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, and no shame to Arch. Wherever you go, you could put the stats, you're going to get recruited.
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
it don't matter. You
I-
go to
I won't-
IMG or go play at, the small school in Tennessee.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that, I didn't want Arch coming to Tennessee. I wanted him to come to Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think
Just for the name.
anybody Ole Miss fan would want
But
him to go to Ole Miss as
But
well.
also in that situation, he probably didn't want to go to it because his uncle is like one of the greatest quarterbacks
Yeah,
of all
exactly.
time.
He wants to go create his own
And-
legacy, like
but the thing is,
his
he
dad,
had-
his uncles did.
He has a shitty game. And he's the worst person to ever come to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, look at Joe Milton.
That's why
That man got ostracized at Tennessee, and he actually wasn't that bad of a
That's
quarterback.
why Peyton Manning will never coach at Tennessee.
Yeah.
Don't want to ruin it. But back to Texas.
They offer him money all the time.
Yeah, back to Texas. I just think that he's going to be rough his first game. If it does happen, he
yeah,
goes down.
I mean, it's definitely.
growing pains.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's going to throw a couple Stevies out
That's
there.
also
That's what
also
I'm
saying
you got to
that
put the knee brace on.
Yeah.
if Quinn gets hurt, which
Yeah,
I don't
hopefully
know.
not.
Track record though. I don't know if he's
Maybe they
been-
built the offensive line around him this year.
Yeah.
big.
I tell you, what they're not doing is putting the offensive line on my damn road to glory.
No, they
go to Texas?
No, God, Lee, no.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I feel like I'm scrambling the whole time.
Dude, yeah, that's another conversation. But yeah, the offensive
For
line
another
game
day.
sucks.
The offensive line is awful.
Awful.
Terrible.
Dude, I was scrambling, and two of the offensive linemen were just standing there looking at me. And I almost threw my thing through my damn monitor.
But I think Texas will be all right if they keep Quinn. And if Arch comes up, Arch has to play. I think they'll still be all right.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
I
Oh,
think they have
sure.
the wide receivers around him where they can make things shake.
It's gonna be like
I'm not-
Stetson Bennett at Georgia.
Yeah, you have to get the people around that one
Yeah.
person to make it shake. That's all you need.
But the thing is, if you boost that person enough, he'll become good.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, Arch is gonna be a stud. Don't get me wrong. I think he's gonna be a stud.
Yeah, he gets the build for all of
How
them.
did we just? It's all over a freaking ranking on EA Sports.
But hey,
that's how we got in this
Look
conversation.
at
Yeah.
But anyways,
He's still got 4 years of eligibility.
Yeah,
Last year didn't count. He's redshirted.
yeah. He could transfer. Who knows? Who knows?
he could. I don't think he will.
I think they're a 10-win team. At worst, they're a 9-win team. I think they can go 11-1 easy.
The only person I just don't want to hear about anymore is Jackson Dart.
It always comes back to Isaac Moles, doesn't it? We'll have to talk about them.
We gotta
soon.
talk about Ole
Hell,
Miss.
I'd rather Walker Howard the backup play.
He's a traitor. I don't even like to talk about.
Oh
him.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know. He played at LSU
Yeah, he's
before.
a traitor. He's a
I
traitor.
forgot it. Oh my.
He's a traitor.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's a bum. I think he's from Louisiana. He's a bum. Was it St. Thomas More? Bum school too, by the way.
That's crazy.
When I went to Evangel, they used to dog walk St. Thomas More all the time. They still dog walk St. Thomas More. That bum school. Didn't know bums came out of there. Sorry, that just gets me
This
heated.
man's going on a rant right now.
Beck from LSU transferred to TCU. Bum.
Bum.
Walker Howard transferred from LSU, went to Ole Miss. Bum. You just become a bum if you go to schools I don't like.
Dude, heck.
You know how that
When's
is.
Jackson
Yeah,
Dart
no.
gonna leave? He don't need to throw
Henry
the ball. no more.
To'oTo'o leaving from Tennessee to Alabama.
Bum.
That's bum.
Bum move. I mean, was
Honestly-
it a business decision?
Toe it, yeah.
Bum.
That was a business decision that
he
backfired.
pulled a KD.
First off,
Pulled
But
a
the thing
KD.
is,
but he went and just
But
picked
then
the
the
worst
next-
team to ever go to.
Yeah.
But then the next year, Tennessee became one that became good.
I mean, he's still a good linebacker. Don't get me wrong.
He ran from the grind.
Is he still? Is he? Where's he at in the NFL?
I think the Texans. I think he ran mostly because of the. He could have gone somewhere else. I agree. Alabama was a poor choice. I think Jeremy Pruitt thing kind of scandal.
No, that's why everybody left.
Yeah,
that's why everybody left.
I mean, smart move on his part, but not smart move to go there. I think that's a bum move.
That's trading for real.
Yeah. Now the rival of the Red River,
Oklahoma.
Jackson Arnold. He's not a bad quarterback. I watched him in the bowl game last year. Solid player.
He hit through 3 interceptions.
He's still solid in my opinion. Listen, you're gonna throw Stevies, and guess what he kept on doing? Throwing the ball.
He kept throwing the ball.
Most quarterbacks who start a new game
you're right.
all year, his first time starting, he threw 3 picks. But he kept throwing that.
You miss the shots you don't take.
Mm-hmm.
Understand.
Stevies.
That's the difference. Is like if you keep throwing the ball and not shying away from it, that means you're really with it. Like you don't care. Stats don't matter to you. You're trying to win. Because I mean, you can still win the game with 3 picks.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, there you go.
Do it all the time in road to
But I
glory.
think this is gonna be a good start for him.
How'd you
Clean
win the game?
slate.
You got 7 sacks.
Yeah, clean slate. Doesn't have to be behind anybody. This is his
Second year coach.
I'm thinking Jordan Love. This is like his Jordan Love.
You think so?
I think he'll be good. I think people are underestimating
He's
Oklahoma.
got an interesting schedule.
You mean 3rd year coach?
Yeah, my bad. 3rd year. This will be his 3rd year.
Yeah, because his first year at Oklahoma was rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
The dogs were bark.
Oh, dude, I don't know. I'm looking at Oklahoma's got a.
Brutal schedule. Yeah.
I didn't realize besides the SEC though. They got Temple week 1.
Win.
They got Houston week 2.
It's a win.
Could be a tough game though, but that's a win. Could be a trap game though.
Yeah.
You got Tulane week 3.
Trap.
I think they're a very good team.
Tulane's
They should have beat
scary.
Ole Miss last year. Let's be honest, they should have beat Ole Miss. They didn't, but they should have.
A lot of teams should have beat Ole Miss last year that didn't. LSU being one of them.
Yeah, well, that's a.
I wish I saw more L's.
They were not a. What did they finish? 10
I mean, they had to go to.
They finished 10-1 or 9.
Something like that. They had to go to some stadium named Swayze or whatever, and 68,000 bum fans.
Wow. And then they play Tennessee. That's gonna be a good game.
Oklahoma plays Tennessee. Oh, they play at Gaylord.
Yes.
That's gonna be a big one.
Yes.
They're playing at the Gaylord.
I'm saying.
That's what it's called.
I'm leaving my pick out of here because I'm gonna be biased.
I think it's gonna be the atmosphere is gonna be great depending on time.
Heupel's coming back.
If it's a 3 p.m. game, atmosphere is gonna be electric. Them Sooners are gonna get going.
I'm watching Ole Miss play Oklahoma this year.
At Ole Miss.
Is that Ole Miss?
Yeah, Ole Miss.
We'll get to that.
I'll be at the game.
But
Dude, what the?
Hey,
Isn't
do you
it-
mean?
oh.
Do I need to take video?
yes.
Yes, definitely.
Let's talk about that Tennessee game because that's big. Going with the history of Josh Heupel,
National champion.
national champion, runner-up in the Heisman. Is that team and that offense is the reason he's a coach today with Mike Welch? Is it the one that died?
Mike Leach.
Mike Leach. I'm sorry, Mike Leach, Coach Leach, who's also the office coordinator, which made him.
Mike Welch.
My bad.
Mike Welch.
Yeah, my bad.
Welch's grape juice. Anyways, my bad.
Mike Leach, the whole air raid. I mean, Josh Heupel does a form of that. More spread, has a little bit more run in this game, but made him the player and the coach who he is today as well as Leach. A lot of history. Got fired from Oklahoma.
No, I wouldn't say fired, but I think he got.
Asked to leave.
Yeah.
Which is fired.
And
You come back.
Was it UFC?
UCF.
UCF.
Same thing.
Won a national championship. That was Scott Frost.
Yeah. Claim national
That was
championship.
Scott Frost.
Let me talk about it. That was an atmosphere to be at. That was a game to be at. I'm not gonna lie. That was a fun atmosphere when they beat Auburn. I was at that game.
UCF?
Peach Bowl. A lot of fun. Anyways, but he did go. I think he did go 12-0 at UCF.
Are you sure? I thought it was Scott Frost all that he did that.
No, they definitely. But I think Josh Heupel. I think he went 12-0 at UCF as well after Scott left. Just he took them.
Cause I remember they had a run. For
Let me. No, my bad. They went 12-1. In the 2018 season, they went 12-1.
Who's the quarterback? Was it Gabriel?
Yeah, I think it was
McKenzie?
Dylan, or what's his name?
Is it Dylan Gabriel that played there? That
McKenzie.
transfer and McKenzie.
Yeah, which he's a quarterback.
I think he's done though.
No, but he's helping at Tennessee now.
McKenzie is?
What's his name? What's his first name?
It was McKenzie.
Yeah, but what's his?
I don't know. Travis McKenzie? Trevor
Yeah.
McKenzie?
Mackenzie Milton.
McKenzie Milton.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. But we're getting off tangent. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they go 10-3 the next year.
Okay.
So winning there. Back to what I was even saying. Yeah. But you're coming back.
A lot of history.
A lot of history.
It's like,
Oklahoma's trying to be back.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't actually. They might have.
What's your pick? What do you? I mean, it's in a hostile environment. What was the last time Tennessee played Oklahoma? Was it at Tennessee with
It was
Baker?
Mayfield.
It was Baker Mayfield.
That was a heartbreaker, wasn't it?
That's fine.
Yeah, they lost by like a touchdown.
Excuse my language. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. Yeah, it was.
Came in there and started doing his thing.
Well, we were up by like 17.
Yeah. What's up with Tennessee getting up?
Well, that was just the year that Bush Jones just couldn't finish games.
It was also the year that the Falcons lost the Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't give a crap because I'm a Patriots fan. So, anyways,
I'm a Falcon.
I don't care. That was a good year for me. Time is either they're flexing it either the 3:30 slot or the 7 p.m. slot.
Yeah.
That's what it says. on
Even
here.
a noon kickoff wouldn't be a bad atmosphere there.
Noon, any atmosphere would be great. But I'm gonna be real with this
Yeah, you don't have to be.
because we've kind of mentioned we haven't actually done a deep dive in either Tennessee or LSU, have we?
Mm-mm.
Which we can do that next episode.
Yeah, we can.
But I think that's a scary win for Tennessee.
It's a hard win.
I think it's a hard win. I think we do pull it out.
100%, but it's going to be
possible.
like, we're going to win by like a field goal.
But
or
That's
something.
possible. When we go to next time we talk,
Yeah,
that could be Nico's first
his big road test.
get. Yeah.
I also wouldn't be surprised if Oklahoma beats us though. You know, I really wouldn't.
Because they're getting up. I mean,
But this is a test of Jackson Arnold and Nico's first year under the
yeah,
behind the wheel.
100%.
Which one's more game ready? You know.
Yeah.
But
They both played in the bowl game. They both won their bowl game.
one did significantly better than the other. However, it's a bowl game, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I'm being complete bias here. Sorry, but
it don't matter. Bowl games don't matter.
bowl games
If
don't
you're
matter.
not playing for a natty, what's the point?
Exactly. But like I said, I think Tennessee wins that
Mm.
close win. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if Oklahoma takes that as well.
100%.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout each way. I think
Mhm.
it's going to be a close game. What do you think, Bill? Because I know you're another Tennessee fan here.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the same way with him. Really, I couldn't tell you.
I don't know if it's going to be high scoring or low scoring.
I think we look at the first few weeks,
I'm
each
very
team,
few words for this
and
right
then
now.
we see. But like I said, I'm marking that as a no.
It's an interesting dynamic with those teams because you got Venables, who's is a defensive guy.
Yeah.
Loves the defense side of the ball, and then you got Josh, who's an offensive guy.
Just slinging the rock.
But there's always a part of me that's I want to hype it up, but then there's also me that's
We're used to it.
Going there up 17, lose by a touchdown. Yeah, it happens.
But the thing is, I don't want to be that person. It's like, oh yeah, the year bringing home the natty. I'm not that guy.
Yeah, I just think I don't know the scoring outcome though, because
That's what I'm going to wait. I'm not going to get an official decision on that until I see the first few weeks of both.
Yeah, I want
teams.
to see the first snap of football first.
yeah, but that's a whole. You gotta choose win or loss.
Okay,
yeah, I mean,
Win. We're going to Tennessee
Yeah.
win, Oklahoma
100%
loss.
dubs.
Bias.
Okay,
Oklahoma fans, if you're watching this, we're biased. Me and him are biased.
I don't have a
Hey,
dog
He
in
don't
the
have a dog in the
fight.
fight, but yeah, he's got a Tennessee tattoo.
I think either team that if they win, it won't be a surprise.
Yeah, exactly. I like that.
If Oklahoma wins, okay, you were at home. Tennessee wins, okay, you're just better. Really kind of how.
Let's hope for the latter of the two.
What's after Tennessee?
They go to Auburn, which I think is an underrated.
That's scary
That's an
too.
underrated game. Auburn should have beat Georgia last year.
Jordan Hare,
They should have beat Georgia.
Hugh
Freeze
Freeze.
back. He's trying to make his claim back in the SEC. I think that's a win for Oklahoma.
You think they beat Hugh Freeze and the Tigers
I do.
after the 1 year the quarterback from last year's coming back. Auburn's
Mm-hmm.
White, was it?
No, it's
what's his name? Peyton Thorne.
Payne Thorne.
Payne Thorne. I just
Yeah.
talked. A guy I work with, big Auburn fan. He was talking about him today.
I don't know how y'all feel about Payne Thorne. I don't think he was great last year.
I actually
Hey,
no. You hate him?
Cut him off.
but like that's
I saw a lot of flashes.
Phil, who I work with, went to Auburn. He's very disappointed right now.
Okay.
I saw a lot of flashes in the Alabama game though.
Yeah.
But that's the game.
That's also the game. Like that's their game.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm not gonna say it.
You get a man riled up and they'll put you through a brick.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna say it though. Alabama snuck out with a prayer. Everyone knows that. They shouldn't have won that game, but they did.
Yeah, at Milrow in the corner and caught him on a prayer.
I think Peyton Thorne, was he a sophomore or junior?
Junior.
I think he's a junior.
Yeah.
Because he's a red shirt his first year.
Give him another year. I think this is that year where it's like, okay, you're getting your feet wet.
You gotta perform.
You gotta perform. And then
We'll see. I think I agree with you. I think Auburn does lose because second year coach. I think Hugh Freeze can win some big games. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's built the program up enough.
The New Mexico State.
It might be a kick 6 year.
Yeah, could be a kick 6 year. But I think Auburn loses that as well.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't disagree. I think Peyton Thorne's the thorn in their side.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
This needs to be an announcer.
I know. He needs to be out there. We go to then we got the neutral game at Texas, the Red River rivalry.
Yep. Who's gonna put the cowboy hat on this year, the gold one? I think it's a repeat of Quinn.
Oh yeah.
Putting her on.
He put the whole head on.
I think that Sarkisian is in a better place
yeah.
than Venables is. And Jackson Arnold.
Yeah.
Not being he's never played in that game yet.
He's got 2 big games before that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Texas on that one though. I think you're right. I think Texas wins that, but it's a rivalry game.
You never know.
You never know.
That game's always high scoring, no matter what the
Yeah.
games are. We'll see. What's after that?
South Carolina. Now
They should catch a dub there.
They should catch a dub. I think South Carolina is an underrated team this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think we talked about this last night on playing. Was it me or you or me and Knox? I think we were kind of mentioning it.
It wasn't me.
Okay, so it was.
I think Shane Beamer can coach well, given the opportunity.
Yeah, I think that quarterback they got this year, Goggles.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna call him Specs.
Call him Specs.
Specs, not Goggles.
I think he's a stud from the film I've seen. They've got Harbor.
Mm-hmm. The best wide receiver in the game.
In the video game, yes.
Yeah.
And in the video game, he's also 99 speed, which we sound like casuals basing guys off of.
A video game, but we're just making light of the situation.
If he's that quick in the game, he's got to be that quick in real life.
I think Oklahoma wins. Is it at?
It's home. It's home.
So I think I think
Oklahoma wins.
Yeah, I don't think Beamer's a great coach going into enemy territory.
If it was at South Carolina, I think it'd be a different story.
Yeah,
but
Beamer hasn't proven himself on the road quite yet. His big wins are at home.
And they were asterisk wins.
What's the asterisk win?
Whole conspiracy of if Michigan gave them some stuff or not.
About what team?
Tennessee and Clemson.
Oh my God. What do you mean?
You've not heard this
They
conspiracy.
got dog walk.
Have you not heard?
Tennessee got dog walk.
I know.
Tennessee got dog walk.
I know we got dog walk.
They got walked up and down that field.
But
you let someone who's been playing bum level all year.
And look what happened.
And then Spencer goes.
Look what happened. Look what happened.
The next year, yeah.
Before, sucked. Those 2 games, great. And you know what happened? They got wristbands that they've never worn the whole freaking year.
Conspiracy theorist.
It is a conspiracy.
You sound like. Listen, the way y'all's defense.
We'll see in the tell all of that Michigan dude.
Listen,
they're making a documentary about it too.
At the end of the day, I'm picking up the mic. At the end of the day,
we got dog walk.
Y'all didn't have y'all's best offensive player out there.
No, because he was too busy fighting people.
The only conspiracy theories is that he was shooting the one with Hooker in the locker room over the tee. That was from honestly, if anything, that was an inside job.
Oh, you're saying that Tennessee was.
I think Coach Heupel lost y'all that game, and here's why. As an athlete, and not saying I'm some college athlete or anything, and I've never been in a college locker room, but what are you doing?
Keep going. I'm ready. Keep going.
As an athlete, I think if you do something off the field, it should be an off the field punishment. If you do something on the field, it should be an on the field punishment. Josh Heupel took something that was off the field between two people, chose one, even though he was the bad guy, and made it an on the field punishment.
I respect it.
When they were in the best time of their season to win it, to play for a national championship, he screwed themselves. You take the leader off that defense, the other 10 guys are what? Nothing at that point.
Because they don't know what to do.
You don't got your.
I thought you were gonna say something a little more outrageous. No, I agree with that.
If you don't got your energy, if you don't got the guy that's coming off the bench giving you that energy, you guys are gonna lay down when they see a couple go in the basket. Now I know I'm making basketball terminology, but when you're seeing South Carolina wide receivers do this over a secondary that didn't let that happen that often,
looking like they're doing whirly birds out there.
You're saying like Spencer Rattler did whatever he wanted that game. I watched that game from.
He's a backup for New Orleans Saints.
Yeah,
which is just so depressing to hear.
But you can see my point. I don't think the Michigan guy did.
We'll see. Listen, I don't think.
Here's my thing.
If he says something in this documentary they gave it to South Carolina.
I want you to realize you're college athletes. You're so good. They should be able to know your play, and you'd be like, stop it. Good luck. Really. Because, like, those guys.
It's a job now.
It's a job. They're watching film. They should know where you're going to throw the ball. If you're a linebacker, you should know where that quarterback's going to throw the ball.
Yeah. Definitely.
Vice versa. If you're a quarterback, you should know where that linebacker is going to be, so there's going to be open space for your wide receiver. Because, I mean, all they did.
I didn't even get to watch much of the game because I was on a plane. But
I'll tell you one thing.
I saw
I'll tell you what South Carolina did. They ran a lot of deep stuff with underneath routes.
Yeah, like
they would run a go, and as the go was going, they had an in about a 10-yard in. That was wide open every time. So I think that was more of a.
How we got on that tangent?
It's more of an inside sabotage.
We could say that.
I would say so.
We could say that. All right, let's move on. We got the next week, October 26th at Ole Miss.
God, I hope
we already know what's going to
breaks off these cats.
And I think Will hates Jackson Dart now too, so I can. He's going to say what he's going to say.
I hope he has a sore
rib cage.
Maybe the knee hurts a little bit.
Yeah, a little rusty from the week before. A little bit more damage.
Dude, the son of a gun is better off just toting the rock than throwing it.
He can't throw. I've been saying that for the last 3 years he's been there. He can't throw. When you have a defense that's top 20, what does Ole Miss do? They shut down. They do. They shut down. There's not a team that, if you go through all the years that Jackson Dart played a top 20 defense, they shut down. Why? What? I don't know why you're doing that.
I'm not agreeing nor disagreeing.
It's true. LSU, they beat LSU. LSU defense was. I could piss in a cup better than defend.
Dude, and also, what is this shit where he goes? Down here.
What is a Star Wars reference? You're the Star Wars guy.
I love Star Wars more. He's disrespecting that shit.
Luke Skywalker.
I love Star Wars. You should see my action figure collection.
I just don't think Jackson Dart.
I think Ole Miss wins that. I'll be honest, just because it's a home game.
And Luke didn't wear no face paint.
Don't even look at me no more.
I'm just gonna be honest. I think it's a home game at Ole Miss. I think they've got a couple more weapons on their offense. Their defense, they've got a couple more weapons on defense.
I can't believe I'm listening to this. This shit.
Hey, I'm just trying to be the mediator in the middle ground here. Because y'all are gonna say that Ole Miss gets dog walked. I think they win that game.
You better clip this bit.
I'm gonna clip it, and I'm gonna be wrong.
They're gonna get dog walked.
I'm gonna be wrong. Trust me. I'm gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna say it.
Okay. They win in your books. They lose in mean wills. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. That's fine with me. If Ole Miss loses, that's perfectly fine with me.
Yeah, I just hate them.
I understand. I see where your hatred is, and every Ole Miss fan hates y'all. So
the thing is, they think it's a rivalry, but it's not. It's not. Just because it's the Magnolia Bowl doesn't mean we give a damn.
They're more worried about the boot.
Yeah, we're more worried about A&M and Arkansas and Alabama. I ain't worried about no Ole Miss.
I also didn't realize that LSU
hates A&M.
Yeah, I noticed that during the College World Series. I had no idea that y'all hated A&M as much as
Dude, it's brutal, man. It's brutal.
I feel like LSU hates everybody.
It's state lines.
Yeah, but College Station is not even like anywhere close.
There's two different cultures.
So is it just like the Texas LSU like, oh okay, you're like a border state and that's
Okay for this, but A&M way back in the 90s, LSU wasn't good at football in the 90s. They were just horrible.
that's when we were. Well, I wouldn't say we, but that's when Tennessee was around the show.
Late 90s. This is early 90s.
Okay.
So A&M was in the Big 12,
Mm-hmm.
and they played LSU every now and then because it's like a state rival, like borderlines, and they used to come in our stadium and say some foul things apparently.
Mm.
So it's all because
Nicest fans I've ever met, actually.
they're just brutal. We just hate them. And another thing that stems from the hate is that one overtime game. That's really
The 7 OT?
That's what really brought it back. That's what it really.
Was that the 7 OT game?
Yeah, because if LSU would have won that game, there's a chance they had a chance to make the call. A chance, long shot in hell, but a chance.
So you're like little brother, is what I'm hearing. Like kind of like Ole Miss is the y'all yard.
Don't even call us that.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean I'm not.
I just don't like them.
I get it. It's like we hate
Kentucky.
because you're little brother.
I hate A&M. I hate their colors. I hate now. Salute to all my guys that go up there for the service. Thank you for your service.
They're not even real soldiers.
But they're working on being officers, and they could get deployed one day if things.
Have you not heard Mike Leach's whole rant about them being fake soldiers? we not gone through this?
Yes, they're okay. It's like
I know they've got ROTC, but all those cadets are not real.
so is the cadets at other schools fake?
No, do you know what I'm talking about? The 12, like they wear the get up.
Oh, those are fake. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is fake. But there's people that actually.
No, there's definitely ROTC.
We know a guy.
Yeah,
Ward.
Christian Ward.
Ward. He's a
A&M.
real soldier.
He's an
No,
actual
A&M
soldier
has,
now.
I think, the largest ROTC in the country. I think they've got the largest ROTC. But then you got the fake cadets trying to play soldier.
Yeah, more than they get up. Yeah.
Exactly. I respect the actual
They got
ROTC.
a bunch of. There's, let's say, a quarter of those people out there are real soldiers, and then there's 3/4. Hey,
I'm just summing it up. Quarter, 3/4 right here. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm pissed off. I don't even know why I'm pissed off. What are we talking about?
I hate A&M.
Yeah.
You know, part of me liked the A&M and Tennessee World Series to be close, but I hated that they were even there.
You glad we won?
I'm not gonna say that.
He's glad we won.
Yeah.
So glad we won.
But I hate.
I
them.
didn't even tell you. We were at the beach for it.
I hate them.
We were at the beach, and this is like when I noticed that y'all, because I'm on Twitter more than y'all. I hate to say it. I got no life. But I noticed that LSU fans hate A&M. We're walking on the beach back from Pineapple Willie's, and some LSU guy comes up. You know, he's wearing the hat. He's like, yeah, I hope y'all get it done today. Comes and knuckle bumps me. And I was like, man, y'all really do hate A&M for no dang reason.
No, there's reasons.
There's definitely reasons. It's like I said, it's like we hate Kentucky.
It's also a recruiting war too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got that East Texas right there.
Tennessee kind of hates a little bit of everybody.
I think the only team that I don't really hate, and Matt, I hate that I'm saying this, is because of LSU.
LSU, baby.
No, it's you. Like,
I don't mind
do that, George.
LSU.
Florida can burn in hell.
Yeah, Florida can. I
feel like Tennessee fans hate the team that makes one comment negative about their school.
No, that's not the hate.
No,
I
it's just.
just hate everybody.
I think. Let me just. I hate.
Well,
Vanderbilt.
Brian Kelly doesn't come out and say they some bums or he don't discredit nothing.
Well. Yeah, but Brian Kelly's also Brian Kelly. Like, I mean, I'll give you the reasons why I hate each school real quick. We're going.
So what's his name?
Vanderbilt, I hate because they're Vanderbilt, and
Little bro.
Tim Corbin. All love to him. Their baseball program is it is what it is. You know, Tim Corbin's a great coach, but Vanderbilt is Vanderbilt. Hate him. They have more scholarships than any other program because of this Vandy scholarship. It's like if you can't afford to go to Vanderbilt, if that's the only reason why you're going to Vanderbilt, then they're going to find donors to pay for your school. That's how they get more people in scholarship. That's why I hate Vanderbilt. Let's move down the line. Kentucky, I hate because they're little brother. We're always going to own Kentucky. Even when they do beat us every now and then, it don't matter. Look what happened. They beat us at the end of the year in basketball, and they got jumped first round March Madness. Little brother. South Carolina, honestly, just because of Hendon Hooker and all that crap with the ACL, they're making fun of that.
Yeah.
That's why I hate South Carolina. Mizzou. Drinkwitz is a freaking goof. I think they got a great team.
Drinkwitz.
I think they got a great team. I think they're a sneaky SEC team.
Stand on business, Josh.
Stand on business. Goof. Okay? And I think Drinkwitz is probably a good guy off the field. Anyways, Florida, y'all know why I hate Florida. Alabama, y'all know why I hate Alabama. Ole Miss, honestly, just because they're obnoxious. They probably say the same thing about us. But I like Ole Miss. They're not like... Who else? Texas, because they think they're UT. They're not. Texas.
You know what they did?
They switched it.
Oh, I know. We're UT. We're definitely
And they're
UT.
TX.
100%.
TX.
We're UT.
Tex.
Austin is just like probably one of the worst cities ever in the humanity.
Where they got hairy-legged women.
Okay, I wouldn't say that. Oklahoma, because Baker Mayfield, they freaking pissed me off. A&M, because we lost to them in double overtime with Josh Dobbs when we had 7 turnovers. We should have won that game. Who else am I leaving out? Georgia, because it's freaking Georgia, and they bark at kids.
That is
It's
wild.
Georgia.
What about Mississippi State?
Mississippi State, because
I hate the cowbells.
stuff off
Fuck the
camera.
cowbells.
I'm not going to get on stuff. It's going to be off camera, but Mississippi State for reasons. Arkansas, honestly, they're not worth a damn.
I do got respect for
No.
that coach. He said, I do the condolences and a little bit of coke.
Okay, Arkansas.
Have you
because
seen that
of-
video where he's like, what are you going to do after the game, coach? I don't know. Probably drink a cold beer.
Beers, yeah.
Drink a cold bear.
Arkansas, besides their baseball team, that's the reason why I hate Arkansas, because their baseball team.
But you don't hate LSU after all. I mean, LSU's football, LSU's baseball.
The only reason why I don't really hate y'all is because, first off, we never play y'all.
That's true.
And when we play y'all in any sport, it's baseball, it's always competitive. Basketball, we've been running your shit lately. Hate to say it.
You have.
Softball has been competitive. Football, I mean, we beat y'all past couple of years.
Once.
I think the year before that was the Rain Bowl.
The 15 seasons before that,
You know what's funny? We're not getting back on this topic.
LSU whooped that ass.
We're not getting back.
But
We're not getting back because we've already talked. But yeah, and that's LSU's like
blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
But dude, yeah, I mean, what else? Who else is there? We got. I think we ran through everybody.
Mary
Right?
did.
If I'm leaving someone out, let me know because I can.
No, you went through everybody.
Yeah, I mean Alabama's no. There's no need for.
And you also hate Clemson. Not even the SEC, but y'all hate Clemson.
No, Clemson's just little brother.
Y'all know that.
It's not even Clemson's just little brother. We took Billy Amick, their third baseman, won the Natty with them, and then we beat him in the Orange Bowl. Little brother, man. Little brother. I actually do like Clemson. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's go back to the schedule and round this out.
Yeah. Ole Miss. Losses.
Losses win for you.
Maine. Dub. Mizzou. At Mizzou. Loss.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah,
Loss.
I can second that. 100%.
And they play LSU.
They play Alabama and then LSU.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama's at home.
LSU's away.
I think they're both
Win.
losses.
Oh, you're saying both losses.
You
Oh,
think-
wait, hold on. My bad. Win-loss. Sorry. They lose to LSU in Death Valley. Sorry. Win-loss.
You think they beat Alabama?
I think they beat Alabama. I think they beat Alabama. It's a home game. Home field advantage.
The Alabama game's interesting because nothing really changed besides a couple transfers.
Their defense got a little,
Worse.
yeah.
Their offense probably
Offense is still going to be.
Yeah, I mean they also have Isaiah
They're going to be
Bond.
slinging the rock a lot more now with the bore. They're going to be slinging, and apparently, like I said, Milrose changed his throwing motion too, so that might be the difference.
Yeah.
And I think with Milroe, if they're gonna sling the rock a little bit more, they're gonna trust him that when the rock ain't slinging, if it's like a coverage sack, he's gonna make something work.
He's got the legs for it.
He's gonna make
He's got
something
the
work
legs
with his
for it.
feet, which is dangerous, very dangerous. When you got a mobile quarterback like that,
And he's how big he is too.
yeah, which was such like a good
He
thing.
really a dang tight end.
With such a good team, like a good thing about
Undertaker
quarterbacks that are mobile, is not that they're fast, is that they can improvise when they're it's a coverage sack. They're no one's open. Like
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, I hate to bring up Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow was good at it. Hino was good at it. Milroe was good at it. Cam Newton was good at it. All the really good quarterbacks were good on improvising
Yeah.
when they needed to get a little shifty out there. That's what makes them good and dangerous.
Yeah.
Because when everything looks like it's lost,
You
Start-
extend it with your legs.
they start
That's what
dancing.
Extend with the legs.
they start dancing. When they get to dancing, it's dangerous.
And then you got so I'm saying, ooh, Yeah, win, loss. You're saying both losses, or are you
I
saying
think both losses.
both losses? That's one that I wouldn't be upset.
I think their ceiling is like eight wins.
8 wins. I say end of the day.
They got a more brutal schedule than.
I say no. Yeah, it's not even comparable to Texas's. Actually, it's no, because their out of conference games are a lot more. Because Maine's not a bad FCS team.
Mm-mm.
I don't think Maine wins,
No, I don't think it's a close game at all.
but Maine's a really good FCS team.
yeah, they can't just lay down.
But I'm gonna say 9-3.
9-3, that's not bad.
What y'all thinking? 8-4.
I think 8-4 ceiling. I think
No,
they
I'm
lose
saying
to
there.
Bama,
8-4.
LSU, Texas, and what was the other one?
Were you giving Tennessee that win, or were you giving Auburn that win?
Oh yeah, y'all beat wow. Either one, you get interchangeable.
Shit, they might be 7-5. No, I'm kidding. I think 9-3, 8-4.
Yeah, I think they have a lot of losable games.
We're kind of. I mean, we've already been talking. I had some key players, but
Jackson Arnold's one.
yeah, Deion Burks.
Mm-hmm.
Their corners are pretty good. Woody Washington, Gentry Williams, and then the running back Gavin Sawchuk.
And then they have a linebacker, Kernack.
Yeah, Kernack. Yeah, I
He's
mean,
good.
we're kind of running out of time, so
Yeah.
we could possibly talk about them next episode.
Yeah, we'll bleed into it.
Yeah, I think next episode I want to talk about hot seats
Oh yeah.
because there's a lot of them.
There's gonna be some job openings in the SEC next year.
I think I'm seeing 3.
South Carolina, Florida,
Arkansas, Florida, maybe Vanderbilt.
and maybe Kentucky.
Vanderbilt's looking in the hot seat every year.
That's a good point.
yeah.
It's a great point. But that's it for tonight's episode. That's all I got. But
I ain't got nothing left.
yeah, all right.
Matthew Linden.
Chase Roberts.
Will Campbell.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.
It's on the DMs.